introduce the wild one here, I want to talk a little bit about the beef between traditional rockabilly greasers and modern rockabilly greasers. And it's a beef that's there, and there's really, really traditional guys, and then you have people that are a little bit more like me that ended up relating more to the custom culture, modern rockabilly scene, so to speak. When I was growing up, I listened to pretty much nothing but the old music. I'm talking the old rockabilly tunes and the rock and roll and the doo wop. Basically, if it wasn't 50s, I didn't want nothing to do with it. Now that I'm older and in my 20s and it's 2026 and I've been doing and living this lifestyle for years, I've come across a whole new modern rockabilly genre that is so great, like psychobilly and like the revival guys, like the Stray Cats and the Rock Cats and the Pole Cats and all those bands that we all know that are very great. And there's a tension because now I haven't experienced this in my personal life, like going to the shows, because anybody, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but anybody that really goes to a lot of different shows really appreciates what the modern rockabilly and psychobilly scene has done for this subculture. And some of the traditional guys that are the real deal guys, I'm not putting down any of them, but there a lot of them are just the real deal, and that's their passion. A lot of them guys oppose of this newer music of our subculture here. Now, this is more of a message to the traditional guys. Look, I love my Charlie Feathers. I love my early Elvis. I love my early Buddy Holly, Johnny Powers, fucking all those cats, man, from Sun Records. I love all them. I love, listening to doo-wop music. I love listening to 50s rock and roll. I love it all. But I also just dig good psychobilly music. Good psychobilly, good freaking, more modern rockabilly, whether it's like lean more towards traditional sound or it's just has that meaner sound to it. So when you look at me, you look at my style right here on this camera, I don't really look like a traditional greaser. In fact, I look like, some people may confuse me, people that don't really know, could confuse me to be like a punk or something. I don't know why. I mean, you could tell that I'm a rockabilly guy. I mean, I have a little bit of a mixture in there, but I'm more of a rockabilly guy, so to speak. But I always liked, because I mean, I always just liked the darker, meaner look when it comes to your style. I just like things that look mean, and the greaser styles always kind of look mean, especially, I mean, if you're going for a traditional look at that time, back in the 50s, it was a bit of a meaner look, especially at that time. And if they saw some of us guys now, they'd be like, whoa, society be like, woo, what's going on here? With the things we wear and, the things we say and, what we do. And so I just love that meaner attitude, just a more of an attitude. And the psychobilly and some of that modern rockabilly stuff really does that for me. And to some of you guys who are really super big traditionalists, putting others down, you really got to stop, because a lot of that new shit is what brought people into this scene. And that's that, and that's the shit that's keeping this stuff alive. They're not hiring Buddy Holly to play at Viva Las Vegas. They're not hiring, fucking Elvis to play at Viva Las Vegas. They're hiring Reverend Horton Heat. They're hiring Brian Setzer. They're hiring the, all these psychobilly bands. I can, Sir Psycho and I can go down the fucking list. That's who's keeping it going. And I don't understand how some of you guys can listen to some of these bands and how they sound and not like it. You just think it's trash. I don't understand it. It's like the sound is it just sounds really good. And it's basically just the old music, and it's just a little bit more fast and a little bit more meaner, and it's the same thing. It's just a little bit of a different style to it. That's all it really is, man. All of us, we got more tattoos now. We got, a different look to us now. But, we're still fucking greasers. We're still fucking rockabillies, And so, as I said, there's some guys that are, they just love their 50s doo-wop and they love their 50s rockabilly. And that's just what they like. And that's awesome. And they're not faking it. That's just who they are. That's awesome. And I listen to it. You can't be a greaser and not listen to that stuff. You have to appreciate it. You have to listen to it. And I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and some of you really traditional guys, back in the 50s, there's a lot of fucking records out there that are so underground because it was way too radical for the time. They're underground, I guarantee you. I have some of these records by some of these artists where if I said them, you won't even know who the fuck I'm talking about. That I listen to them now, they have that old sound, but it's just wild. Kind of like the psychobilly shit is now. But this was back in, mid to fucking late 50s. And it's like some wild shit was done back in the 50s too. You just haven't heard of it. So these modern bands, they influenced off all these fucking old artists, and they're keeping the scene alive. So I don't understand the beef between the more modern guys and the really, really traditional guys, because in reality, we're all modern guys. This is a totally different scene. This is now a subculture now. This is not just a style, it's a subculture. Back then, it was a style back in the 50s. It was a look, and nobody in society liked it. That was the cool, just the mean. You were a badass if you did that. You didn't even call us greasers. They were just fucking trash back then. They were hoodlums. They were scum, And that's just facts, man. But now we're a subculture, and there's so many different bands and songs and great music out there you listen to, and you can listen to, but you just refuse to listen to it. And I don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. So, yeah, there's a beef between really traditionalist guys and the modern guys. And honestly, you should listen to Brian Setzer, really rockabilly. He makes fun of these really big traditionalists where, oh, you can't listen to that. You're a fucking poser if you listen to that. He makes fun of guys like that. And for anybody to call me or Brian Setzer or anybody else a fucking poser in today's world, it's fucking laughable, man. I like my traditional look and shit too. I like to throw on a white tee now and then and blah blah blah, but cool. Whatever, I just prefer that day. These guys are like every day. They gotta wear their white t-shirt, their basic fucking belt buckle, and their bullshit, and their fucking, they have to have the 501 Levi's. Can't wear anything else, because heaven forbid you could be a fucking poser if you wear fucking Wranglers or something. How dare you fucking do that? Can't do this, can't do that, can't do this. Fuck them and their rules. We were always against rules, and we're against it now, Study the real fucking culture and don't listen to some of these posers online, these fucking traditionalists. If you're a traditionalist and that's what you like doing and you're humble about it, hey, this is me, this is what I like, awesome. Welcome to the family, brother. But if you're out there, oh, you gotta listen to this and you gotta listen to that. If it's anything above fucking 1964 you're listening to, you're a fucking poser. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that.